Wait, now we got our full acceleration. Punchy. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be going over a 2022 Honda Ridgeline RTL. First and foremost, so a huge shout out and thank you to Stockton 12 Honda here in Utah for giving me some time with this Ridgeline. Check out the inventory link below. Let's get right into the video. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 18 around town and then 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 280 horsepower and then 262 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the front end of the Ridgeline. So first off, I think this paint color is fantastic because it really shows you the body lines here on the Ridgeline. But as you guys could see when we initially did the clip, you've got the projector bulbs with the accent lights around them. And then notice down below, you've got the turn signal indicator with the fog lights at the bottom. And then we do have the air dam, which helps out with aerodynamic efficiency. Got the Honda logo that doubles as a sensor. And then I love the chrome trim, how that kind of ties into everything. And other than that, that's the front end. Also notice with the rails there at the very top. Now coming on the side here, we've got two 45mm tires wrapped around 18-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And I love the dark metallic gray there on the wheels themselves. I think that looks fantastic. And then here's a quick look at the tires and then the front suspension. And then notice here with the plastic molding for the fender flares, and then it goes all the way down the side. We do have the side steps. It says Ridgeline there at the end. Notice we got the body painted mirrors, and again, there's the rails there at the top. And then here is our full side view on the 22 Ridgeline. And then popping here to the back, notice how we actually have a wheelhouse liner. Definitely a solid thing you want to have to kind of protect everything underneath, and then it makes cleanup a little bit easier if you do take this bad boy off-road. But that's all for the back. Well, the side rather. Sorry, getting things mixed up today. Now here's our key fob. Got the Honda logo there on the back, and then notice we've got the unlock, the lock, and then the remote start, which yeah, pretty great with all that functionality. Now let's pop this open. We do have the tonneau cover, so I kind of have to pull it just a little bit because of the tonneau cover. But anyways, let's pop in the bed. Now popping here into the bed area, first off, we have a payload capacity of 1,477 pounds. We have the folding tonneau cover, definitely a nice add-on to have for the Ridgeline. And you guys can probably hear me echoing a little bit, but notice how everything is protected here in the bed, so you don't have to worry about scraping or scratching anything. Comes with that from the factory. And then obviously we got to go over the thing that the Ridgeline is famous for, and that is the trick tailgate, which sorry, I couldn't find the handle there. But yes, we have the trick tailgate, and we obviously have the extra storage, which you can still use even with the tonneau cover closed. And notice how deep this goes here. So tons of storage space there down below. And other than that, so yeah. Now finishing things here in the rear, again, we got the Ridgeline logo, we got the all-wheel drive badge, and then you guys can see the tail lights here. And then notice how we have the dual outlet exhaust tips, definitely makes it look sportier. We have a towing capacity of about 5,000 pounds here with the Ridgeline, and that's all. Now here's the door panel at the rear. So again, notice we got the soft touch here with the stitching. Got a cup holder here for the rear passenger. Again, the side step that makes getting in a little bit easier. And then here are the seats. Got the nice leather with the perforated leather all down the center, which I will pop in. Didn't have to use the side steps, so that's nice. You guys can see that. Notice that we've got some vents down here. You've got some cup holders here for this little armrest section, and let's head to the front. Now here's the door panel at the front. So again, notice we got the leather with the stitching. You got all of your window controls automatic for the front. Memory seats, that's to release the gas cap. There's a quick look at the mirror. And then here is the front seat here. Again, leather with the perforated leather all down the center. Got nice bolstering. Power adjustments on the side of the seat. And then you guys can see the pedals just down below, and then the hood latch release. That is for the mirrors, your econ mode, cargo light, stability control, the collision assistance, and then notice that we've got our lane departure assistance as well. The steering wheel is manually adjustable, and there's one more look before we pop in. So here's our steering wheel in the Ridgeline. You got leather all around with the darker stitching. Notice we have this for the adaptive cruise control, and then you've got your lane keep assist, which is very nice. So basically drives itself. Paddles on the back for that 9-speed automatic. Controls for the radio, phone controls, all that normal stuff, pages, button for the center stack. Got your turn signal light stock windshield wiper stock, and that's all for the steering wheel. Now here is the center gauge cluster. You also got the RPMs, and then you've got like your temperature, your fuel, all the normal stuff. And then again, you've got that little thing right there for the econ mode to turn that on or off, which is great stuff. And then we also have some different drive modes. We've got a normal, snow, mud, and sand, depending on the terrain that you are going through. And notice it says intelligent traction management. That's part of that all-wheel drive system that the Ridgeline has, and that's all. Now here's the center infotainment system. First off, if we pop it into reverse, notice we got the backup camera with trajectory lines that do turn with the steering wheel, and then you can change the viewpoint there with the camera itself. As for the rest of the infotainment system, response time with the screen is great, and notice that you can press that and you've got all of these menus where you can throw apps into if you so desire, and then you've got the home page, which will take you back to, well, the home page. But yeah, that's all for that. We've got our analog controls here for the climate system, dual zone climate right here. And so yeah, notice all that fun stuff. Heated seats here for the front passengers. Charging areas, what we'll call this, with some nice storage space. A couple cup holders, and then our transmission selector. Again, that's your drive mode select, your auto stop start, and then just some extra storage right there. And then we do have the glove box situation. And you guys can see everything here on the dash, and notice that there's actually some stitching there on that portion of the dash. And then finishing things up, we have a sunroof. Wow. And notice we got a sunglass holder, the controls for the sunroof. If you're wondering here about the rear window itself, notice that we have this button right here, which is actually for the rear window. And that one's for the sunroof. Wow. But that's all. So there's a ton of glare. You guys can't see anything. Total MSRP, $44,270. With all that being said, let's take this Ridgeline RTL out, see how she drives. Well, let's go over visibility before we set off. There's your visibility of the hood, both of the mirrors, which are randomly tilted down, and then throughout the rest of the rear. And with all that being said, let's set off. So we are setting off here in the Ridgeline RTL. And first off, let's talk about the road noise and the ride quality. So from a ride quality perspective, very smooth, very comfortable. It's one of the benefits of the Ridgeline over, you know, other mid-sized trucks, even though people, you know, won't call this a truck, whatever. It's got a truck bed, and it tows as much as other mid-sized trucks, and it has a payload that is just as much as other mid-sized trucks, so whatever. But yeah, super smooth. And, you know, being unibody, you're going to get a smoother, nicer ride quality on road. It just comes with the territory. Kind of slowing down here. Brakes are solid as well. And we got lucky today, people. I usually get stuck at that light for the longest time. Now I'm going to pop it over into the S mode, which is kind of like your sporty driving mode. It's going to make everything a little bit more responsive. Yeah, that 9-speed does a really good job. And popping up to here. And guess what? Wait, now we got our full acceleration. Punchy. Yeah, that was good. That was really good. So, solid. I mean, it accelerates just as good as any other mid-sized truck. And I know this is not part of the video, but blue TRX with red wheels. Interesting. Let's give this Ridgeline a score and everything. So, exterior wise, this is not my favorite version of the Ridgeline. I reviewed a black edition. I'm pretty sure I'm going to post that video first. I'm reviewing both of them today. I just like the look of the black edition more, but the RTL, I still think it's a good looking truck. The interior is very nice. The seats are really comfortable. All that's great. And then, yeah, acceleration's right where it needs to be. Now, I mentioned this in my black edition video, so I guess I'll mention this in this video as well, just in case you didn't see that video. The thing about the Ridgeline that everyone gives it crap for, again, is because it's unibody, it's not body on frame, but still, it's very comfortable. It tows about as much as other mid-sized trucks. It has a payload that is competitive with other mid-sized trucks, and it's got all-wheel drive. Yes, I know it doesn't have 4x4. Some people like that a little bit more, but I mean, all-wheel drive's great. Gets fuel economy about the same as other mid-sized trucks. So it does mid-sized truck stuff, and it has a truck bed, so it's a mid-sized truck, okay, people? But again, it's smoother because it's not body on frame, it's unibody, and so it's just, you get this nicer, smoother ride quality to it. And so if that's what you're looking for, if you want a mid-size truck and you don't want to concede normal mid-size truck stuff, you know, from a ride quality perspective, Ridgeline. And so I guess I'll give this a score of 8.5 out of 10. That's all. Now that's going to sum things up for our video on this 2022 Ridgeline RTL. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to Stockton 12 Honda here in Utah for giving me some time with this Ridgeline. Check out their inventory link below. I will see all of you in the next video.